Hey guys, so today what we're going to be doing, I guess due to the fact that I had to take my cross member off my Jeep because it got squashed when I was down in Moab, I had to take out the ARB skid. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be reinstalling the ARB belly skid. So it basically goes from, well, you can see it right here, goes from basically the oil pan the whole way right down to the cross member. So those holes that are down there, those are for the cross member in that respect. And then, yeah, so once we get going here, I'll show you all the pieces that I've got and what we need to do. Actually, I can go through that right now, right here. So basically, what we have is we've got a left and a right, and what I did is I labeled them. So that's the passenger side there. This one here's the driver's side. So these are the brackets that we need to use to mount the bracket. I've got, or the skid plate, I've got all the bolts and stuff right here as well. So, and I do need to have, I had to have 2 spacers. So these go on the cross member between the skid plate and the cross member to basically keep the exhaust away from the skid plate, so you don't get that annoying little rattle and things of that sort. So anyway, we're going to get this going, and we'll show you step by step what we do. Okay, so what we need to do here, we got a couple of bolts that I've got to get mounted. So basically this bracket here is going to mount up onto here, and what we're going to do is probably just what we have to do is we got to put the bolts up through this way because the nuts go on the back. This is going to be a 3-handed project here, so I'm going to have to, I'll get the video back on once we get those in. Okay, so as you can see, the bolt has to go down in through the bottom here, and your nut and washer. So you've got a lock washer here with your nut, and then you get a flat washer, or sorry, with your bolt, and then a flat washer with the nut on the top. Like I said, it's a 3-4-handed process. It is just due to the fact you got to hold this in place, get this started, get this in place, and get this started, and you got to do the same thing. The top one's a little bit easier than the bottom one, but we just got to have it so this is loose. And then we'll do the other side here, and we'll show you what we have. Okay, so you can see there, we've got this one here all done there now. So what we've got to do now is just get the skid plate up in here, and we'll mount this. I've got some other bolts here we'll do on either side. We'll just loosely fit it in. And then once basically we got that all done, we'll get back here, we'll do our cross member and whatnot, and we'll get that all set up. Okay, so as you can see, we've got these in now. So basically we just get our wrenches. These have to be tight. I believe ARB calls for a 40 foot-pounds for these. They've got lock washers and lock nuts and all that kind of stuff on there. So we'll get these all torqued up, and then what we'll do is we'll work on basically our bottom down here, or basically where it matches up with the cross member. And we'll get everything going from there. Okay, so in conclusion, basically just all your bolts do have to be loose so that you can line up the bolts that are going onto the cross member. Just because the bolts that ARB does give you, they don't have that collar that the factory bolts do, and just because you're putting in those spacers and things of that sort, you just do need a little bit longer of a bolt. They actually give you 3 spacers with that. I only need to use 2. But anyway, if you have any questions at all, please let me know, and I will answer them as soon as I can. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.